the value of what you lost. For an example, if you broke my CD and it was only worth $3, I can only expect to get $3, not a brand new $20 disc. What makes you a victim is that someone has injured you where you are no longer a whole person. Of course, the ignorant will quickly tell you, dude, man, you crazy than ever. You acting like a bat out of hell. I ain't no dang victim. The descendants of slaves born in America, you are not whole. We are the victims of theft. We are the victims of a crime against humanity. And the United States of America, the United Snakes of America, has never paid for what it has done to us. In fact, they are arrogant because they believe they have gotten away with a crime against humanity. Again, are you human? Did this happen to us? Was somebody punished? No, it wasn't. You are a victim. We are victims. Our ancestors was brought here against their will. During that time, they were robbed of the knowledge of self, denied religion, denied education, terrorized, humiliated, raped, lynched, and suffered untold horrors, things we don't even know nothing about. After being physically freed, the masses was given no type of lands or other resources, still lynched, still castrated, still raped, discriminated against. Our ancestors, as well as ourselves, have not been rehabilitated, not to show how to develop business, create our laws and finance, not directed toward the lost information about our ancestors. We were encouraged to become a black version of them. So if we are not rehabilitated and return back to our African self, then we are not made whole. You can go to court when somebody have injured you so that you can regain what you lost so that you can be made whole. You speak not one word of any African language. In fact, you are ashamed to be black. You are ashamed to be African, to have anything to do with Africans, because they have painted Africans and black as something nasty and filthy. Nothing to be proud of. You continue to name your children after the white man, and you know that the name that you have and the name you giving your children was names from the slave master, but you still do it with pride. And you think that you're not injured? That's just like a woman who is raped and she have a child, she named that child after the rapist. You are a victim. You are a victim of a crime against humanity. You are a porn fiend, sex addict, pedophile, a drunk. You like beer, drugs, and other intoxicants. You homosexual. All these different behaviors, they come from being a victim in this society. As an African, there is no evidence to suggest that you was a drunk, that you was a prostitute and a pimp and a gang member, all this other stuff that we are. It all came from being a victim in this society. It did not come from Africa. So if the white man don't like black folks, they need to get mad at themselves, get mad at their ancestors, because you made us what we are. We are Frankenstein's monster. None of this, of what we are, came from Africa. It all came, our only teacher, our only example is Caucasian people. And what kind of example have you been? A warmonger, a drunk, a pedophile, all these things I just mentioned. Sex fiend, dog, going to sleep with dogs and all kinds of nasty behaviors. Learn it all from these people here. You are a victim. You are dependent upon the white man for your food, your clothes, for jobs, for your education, everything. You don't know how to do nothing for yourself. And in fact, you are filled with self-hatred. You don't love other black folks. Your loyalty is to those who put you in the condition that you're in and made us Frankenstein's monster. And you don't think that you're not sick. You don't think that you're not a victim. Oh, Lord. Woo! In religion, they would say, Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Gang member, the Crips and the Bloods. You learn that from watching gangster movies and what white folks did, the mafia and all like that. There was no gangs and all like that. We didn't learn that from no Africans. Gender confused. We sitting around here and some of y'all brag about sucking vagina, sucking penises, and you got dogs and cats living all in your house. You learn all that from them, living in this society, messing around with these animals. And you love white Jesus. You love Jesus. Ain't nowhere in Africa they taught you about no Jesus. But you love Jesus more than white folks do. And you got the nerve to even try to tell the white man that he wrong about how he teach about Jesus. You can't see that you are a victim. He's the one that gave Jesus and the Bible all that stuff to you. I could go on and on and on because we have become nothing but black skinned versions of Europeans. Because we have never been rehabilitated, we've never been made whole. And we are the victims of a crime. Denied justice. If you were whole, if you ever become whole, then you'll be proud to return back to the lands of your ancestors. You would want to try to seek Africa, but instead you are a proud dark European, a version of your oppressor. And just like the slaves of the past, except now some of y'all make millions of dollars. Y'all got white girlfriends and husbands and wives, and oh boy, we're moving on up to the east side. Oh, we finally got a piece of the pie, don't you? You only got crumbs. You don't know what a pie looks like. The only thing we've had is the crumbs. And then they use the ones who got a little against the ones who don't have nothing to keep us all messed up, so you don't realize that you're a victim, that you've been bamboozled, that you've been tricked, that you've been deceived. And we go for it because you're a victim and you don't even know it. You can't see yourself. But I'm here to bring you your reality, and I'm going to show you that you're sick. I'm going to show you that you're a victim. You think things have gotten better for you because you can play Nintendo. You can smoke some weed. It has gotten even so bad. Malcolm X talked about the house Negro. and the field Negro. But it has gotten so bad for us that even the field Negro, because he can smoke some weed, because he can play Nintendo, because he can put rims on his car, he don't understand. He's content being in the field now. Things will get better one day. You don't understand that you are a victim. You are a victim due to a crime against humanity. We have been made inhuman. And they let us know all the time when they shoot us down in the streets and there is no justice. Been doing it for 400 years. You don't really expect the racist Caucasian people of this nation to tell you that you are a victim when, if they were just people, if they were righteous people, if they was good as you claim, then they would allow you access to the courts so that you may attempt to make yourself whole and get justice for our ancestors who were treated like hell for over 300 some years. And I want to say this in my conclusion. I want you to listen to me now. All right, listen to me. I'm bringing it on in. I'm reeling it on in, okay? I hope I'm catching some fish tonight. Under the law of this nation, you can sue for your own injury as well as a relative, living or dead. This even goes a little bit further. Under criminal law, now listen, you got your thinking caps on, I want y'all to check this out. I'm using the white man's law. See, the white man, these racist Caucasian people, this is their law. But they won't let you have access to the law because they are lawless. This is an illusion of justice, an illusion of righteousness. For them, but for you, they don't want to give you nothing. But under their criminal law, check this out. You as a relative, you can seek justice for your people, living or dead, or if they are incapacitated, they cannot function on their own. Under criminal law, there is no statute of limitations for murder. So the government itself should be brought up on crimes against humanity. And since a convicted felon cannot profit from their crime, any profit this nation has gotten from a crime against humanity, it goes to the victim. Y'all don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're losing. This is under their law. This is why they don't want you to view yourself as a victim, because if you really push for it, the wealth of this nation would flip-flop. Their businesses will become your businesses. Their landmarks will become your landmarks. Everything that they got will become yours. You will become the head Negro in charge. Woo! Man, if y'all will wake up and use their laws against them, or expose them for the deceivers that they are. These people mean you no good. Keep believing them if you want. And after this happens, all that stuff they call you inferior, make mockery of us for generations, all that stuff will stop, because you can still call me Negro. Well, not Negro, you know the N-word. You can still call me a monkey and an ape, but I got everything you used to have is mine now. How you like that? And you work for me now. Now I will control things in here now. Because for over 400 years, you ran things. And you became rich and wealthy off my ancestors' back. And you exploited and discriminated and hurt us for all these years. Now it's time for you to get a dose of your own medicine. But I want to say this in my conclusion. If something like that did happen, brothers and sisters, whether it happens that way, which I really doubt, but I'm telling you that you're a victim, we truly do not want to be like them. We don't want to be like our oppressors. Where they were just, unjust, we want to be just. Where they was unfair, we want to be fair. Where they was unequal, we want to be equal. And we can change the world if we change ourselves. But just think about what I said. There is no statute of limitations for murder. How many of our people did this nation murder? This nation should be brought up for charges of crimes against humanity. Not only back then, but they are still committing crimes against humanity right now. When will the United States be punished for the evil that they do? So it's going to take a God to come and deal with these people. And the reason why I exist and the reason why we are awakening is because God, in religion, the way they talk about it, a new knowledge and awakening has come. And that God is you and me. It is all of us who seek that which is right. It is time for right to enter the world, and it's time for wrong to get the hell out of Dodge. These people are fake righteous folks. They don't want right. Only as long as it keeps them where they are at, they don't mind. But if it takes them out of their comfort zone, makes it so they can't control nothing, they don't like it. It's time to take them out of power. It's time for their world to go down because their world ain't right. And now it's time for right. And for all you Christians out there, you should be on the bandwagon to get rid of that which is not right. But just like the Christians that supported slavery, you are like them. And your Jesus, according to the scriptures, upon the return of Jesus, Jesus is to return and clean up his own house. And y'all Christians going to be the first ones to get dealt with. So I would not want to believe that if I was you, because you are on the wrong side of the law. And it ain't the white man's law. It's the law of God. It's the law of justice. And that's what time it is right now. It ain't about hatred. It ain't about disliking somebody. It's about right and wrong. Either you are right or you're wrong. These people are wrong. This nation is guilty of crimes against humanity. We are the #1 victims. How can you love a criminal? But then you sit around here and judge all the little criminals going in and out of jail, but you love and will fight